Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to a Magical Times reading. So, I was guided to these decks to do literally a Magical Times reading and get messages because they were saying it literally is a real magical time right now. We're really manifesting, co creating together, and we're really coming from a real divine place and outpouring here. And they kept on saying we're almost like a divine, they called it a divine power wave. And no, make no mistake, you're part of that wave, you yourself who's listening. They were saying if you imagine that the times, the circumstances right now has squeezed us, and when you squeeze anything, the outpouring is what you're truly made of. And what did these times and circumstances squeeze out of most of us, for the majority, is more love, more compassion, more strength. The divine parts of us, what we're divinely made of. And I love that analogy that they gave me because that's what you're seeing, that outpouring. And that outpouring is the wave. And that's how they brought it home to me. It gave me chills. So the divine power wave is you, with all the divine parts of you that have been wrung out and squeezed out during these times. So yeah, that's what we're riding, this magical wave, and we're co-creating these changes and transformations and riding that wave. So it is a magical time for that. So let's see, as we're riding that wave with divine power wave, and we're part of that wave with the magical time. Let's see, what are the messages checking into our energy? What's the guidance as we're going through this magical time? What's clear messages for us? So it's guided to a couple of decks that we'll get for this time. Magical times, the circumstances we find ourselves living in. I mean, there are no words for it, right? Magical times. Okay, here we go. Magical time. Checking in with our energy. What are the most important messages during this magical time? Divine power wave that we all are a part of. We make up that divine power wave. We're getting emotional freedom. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. Look, oh, you can't make this up. The divine power wave, and look at that. I have chills. You cannot make this up. Then when they said that you yourself are part of that divine power wave, look at this. Look, this almost looks like a heart, like of love right here. But this is the divine power wave, and look, that's you, whoever's listening. You're part of that divine wave. It's emotional freedom, vulnerability, flowing, rebalancing. This is the outpouring, though. I have to say, there is tremendous emotional freedom. We're opening up the gates. There's nothing stopping this. It's like a huge, like they said, when you squeeze out, the outpouring is of love, of compassion, of truth, of clarity, and everything that makes up water. When you think of water, they also were saying that's the clarity and the truth that we're like swimming in now, and we're freeing love, compassion, truth, clarity, outpouring for ourselves and for others. That's where we're coming from. Enormous emotional freedom. If anything, open up those gates. Literally, when you look back here, the opening of the gates were the times we were in. And you can almost feel naked and vulnerable in this vulnerability because we've been almost cracked open. But look at this. I mean, look at this outpouring, emotional freedom. Again, vulnerability. It's flowing and it's a rebalancing. And I kept on saying the outpouring right now is doing a divine rebalancing because where there was not truth, we're coming with the truth. When it was unclear, we're coming with the clarity. When there was no love, we're coming with the love. We're coming with the compassion. We're coming with the, all of that. And there is tremendous power in that wave. That's like divine power wave. Oh, just what they were saying before, divine power wave. And it's through our emotional outpouring. That's manifest. It's being poured in the projects, the things you're working on, all of that. That's manifestations. Oops. Here we have galactic guidance. We are so divinely connected and so in touch with divine wisdom at this time. I feel like galactic guidance, star family, assistance, cooperation. Listen, we kept on getting the Three of Pentacles all the time. It's that cooperative energy. And I kept on saying it's divine backing. Like not only even, I have to say, trying to manifest anything, it's to do it all together. You're completely supported from seen and unseen help and guidance at this time. And it's this level of cooperation. So you're divinely backed, and also you're working well with other people. And we have galactic guidance. It's part of a star family. You're probably finding like-minded, like-heart, like-souled people coming together, even through this channel divinely. It's like everyone on my channel, we're supporting each other. We're there for each other. We assist each other through these times, and almost like empowering each other, I want to say too. That's really coming through. And also your divine guidance. We're getting downloads. We're getting all this information where they're helping us see the way and be the light through the darkness. Like when we don't have all the answers, not to get lost in the physical, but to tap into our divine guidance so we're illuminated and we can see our way forward. They kept on saying when we were in the height of this virus, like you hold so much light in the middle of the tunnel that it floods the entirety of the tunnel and you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's that. It's this profound light, profound wisdom, profound guidance that it's empowering you and empowering the people around you to get through this time, how you can get through this time, and profound wisdom. And also, it's giving us profound ideas. And that's where you're getting all the creative ideas. You're seeing people have different ways of doing business now, reinventing themselves. Um, that it's that too. And assistance, such help and cooperation. Okay, so let's get some more that's helping us through this magical times right now. Emotional freedom. Yeah, we are part of that divine power wave. I don't know what else to say about that. And galactic guidance. It's like you have guidance from the universe, from all the universe, everything in the universe, and but also higher divine guidance. I want to say too from even if you don't call it that, even if you don't even consider yourself spiritual, I have a lot of people that don't think they're spiritual and they're getting all these divine ideas, divine ways to go, divine aha moments, and just divine way to carry themselves through this time, to be there for other people, paving the way. And whether they give credit to that or not, they're getting assisted, they're getting ideas, they're getting ways to go. They're okay. And here we have the promise. Oh, the promise. Look at this. How beautiful is this picture? Okay, the promise, soulmates, attraction, and partnership. The promise, it's like I said back here, like this too, it's orchestrating this cooperation and bringing, first of all, I find a complete blending of the male and feminine, of the divine feminine and divine masculine energies, creating a new world here on earth. And that's what we're seeing when they said the rebalancing, this outpouring when we were squeezed of love, compassion, the divine part of us. A lot of it was divine feminine qualities. And then also there were some divine masculine sides also that needed to come out for us to step more fully in our divine power and strength to get through this time. But then you also have the soft part of the femininity, of the nurturing, of the recreation, the giving birth of new things, love, compassion, all of that as well. And so that's what I'm getting from this card, that this is the perfect blending, creating like a new level on this planet, that we're part of this divine wave, I want to say as well. And that is the promise. You're also going to see people are coming back. We're like going back to here, vulnerable emotional freedom. We're connecting with each other in more intimate, closest ways than we've ever had before. Ironically, as they were saying, though we have to social distance, we have never been more close. We have never been more intimate. We are hugging hearts at a distance. We're really being there for each other on levels that we never were before. Despite the distance, despite the locations, despite wearing masks, despite separation, we're linked. We're soul family, we're soul partners, we're their partnerships, and it's creating new levels to things. So that is definitely, and look at the growth here too. So it's almost like the promise of soulmates, attraction, and partnership, the promise of new growth and new levels to those kind of relationships and partnerships. And that's where we're all ascending to, honestly. That's the promise when we get through to the other side of this. What's coming out of it is you can see already the, the levels to things that have come through this, the promise. We have harmonic resolution. Remember when I said like this seems like it's coming together, like we're the wave creating this new blending here, and it's harmonic. It's creating a new balance here. When it said we're rebalancing with this outpouring, we sure are. It's harmonic, and I love this resolution. Negativity, anger, transmutation. Look, it looks crazy and chaotic in here, right? It even looks fiery. It looks spirally. It looks like all of this, but what's happening here is there's a divine rebalancing here. It's a transformation. It almost reminds me of like chaos to create order, and that's what it really feels like sometimes at this time. Let's see if I can plug this in. I cannot even believe I'm running out of juice again. Let me shift this over. Hold on a second. I refuse. It is Mercury retrograde. Let me plug this in. Ooh, Let me plug this in. I don't want to lose this again. I'll shift everything over just not to lose it. Listen, this is part of the divine flow, right? Um, I'm shifting everything just to go with this. Okay, because I'm not losing this reading. I don't care about Mercury retrograde. I'm not losing this. Okay, so harmonic resolution. There's negativity. There's anger. Oopsie. There's transmutation. Listen, these times bring it all up for us, but make no mistake. There's going to be harmony created, new order created out of this. Absolutely. Um, Okay, so right now in the midst, that's what happens with outpourings of things. It's harmonic resolution happening. So there is a release of the anger, a release of the negativity. There's transmutation. Things that were buried have to come out like a volcano. You know, when things are stifled, they kept on saying like truth, clarity, everything that we glossed over, everything that we, gosh, these times it bubbled to the surface and everything needs to be addressed right now. There's nothing, you can't spin the truth anymore. You can't gloss over the truth anymore. So everything is being exploded out to create a new balancing. So let's see what else we can get from these magical times to understand clear messages, but complete backing, galactic guidance. Ooh, geez. And we have, oh, I love this card. Look at this growth and literally the face in the tree. Forgiveness. Does this say forgiveness? Yeah, redemption and rebirth and regeneration. And that is what is coming out. Do you see the growth literally coming out of this harmonic resolution, coming out of the negativity, coming out of the transmutation, coming out of the seeming chaos? What's happening is this tremendous forgiveness and rebirth. And that is what we're in the process of doing and growing. And each one of us is stepping up into this and growing fully into this. We're all playing a part in this growth. Forgiving the past, it's looking at the past, clearing out from the past, clearing out from the past this that needs to be transmuted and rebirthed into something else. We're all part of that. It's growing like a new earth, to be honest. It's redemption and rebirth and regeneration, and it is a part, it's a whole thing of regeneration that's happening right now. It's through these magical times. And it started with this divine emotional outburst, like they said, when you were squeezed and you're part of this divine power wave. Look at the when you water a plant, how it grows. What we're growing here literally is regeneration, rebirth, redemption. This is really powerful when you talk about the magical times, and the galactic guidance is here from it, divine guidance. That's the promise of this elevation, and also this harmonious blending of energies, masculine, feminine, and harmonic resolution and redemption and rebirth. So this is pretty clear for these magical times of what's happening here. But let's get some more cards. I want some more cards. So let's get some more magical dimensions. Oh, we got two more. Okay, again. Oh no, not this. Harmonic resolution. Okay, they're saying, I almost feel like that's what we feel like right now. It keeps coming up, but look at this. Contemplation. Look at the peace that's coming in here. Look at the peace. Don't you just feel peace in this card? This is like the higher perspective, peace, knowing that this is what's coming. It's rebirth, regeneration, and it is, let's zoom in here. It says silence, knowing, releasing, control. This is a big thing because during this, especially during the period of this harmonic resolution, we're in the storm of it. It seems chaotic to our physical eyes. The energy is recreating and it's rebalancing, and so you hold on to this, where you hold your peace, your knowing, and you release control. They kept on saying you release control. You control the things you can control. You release the control of the things you can't. You stay in divine flow. And yeah, even the chaos of I was running out of juice and I had to move this whole reading over. It's like if you get readjusted or moved over when you didn't plan for it, you just go. You don't add anything more to it. And that's on the small scale. So on the large scale, none of this was planned. None of this we asked for. None of this we like to strategize. We like to go ABC. We like to have short-term plans, long-term plans. Nobody can plan in the long term right now. So much is up in the air. It's to have calm and peace in the moment, and having at the moment not going so far in advance because we don't know the answer. So it's claiming peace for yourself, knowing that you have peace, knowing that everything is being orchestrated here for a rebirth and regeneration. It's almost like a peaceful knowingness, calmness in something greater. And we have guidance for this. We have backing for this. That's if you look for it, there are things, just like this reading, like I'm actively trying to cultivate something that provides answers or more peace to get through, when you're feeling harmonic, when in this card, or do things like that for yourself, where you are in the stance of calm and peace, and knowing the bigger picture that things are in a state of regeneration, of regrowth, of redemption, of reblending, rebalancing. We're part of this divine power wave, literally. And I love that this card came out. This is the divine power wave that started this whole thing, to be honest with you. And that's why we're rebirthing and regenerating. And there's such divine, yeah. So let's see if we can get some more messages. Ow, I knew they weren't done. And we have emergence. And look, magical times. Doesn't it look like the magician? And look at all the green. It just feels like healing. And we are all the magician. I'm telling you, emergence. It's creation. You can't make this up. Resurrection. No way. Magician. You cannot make this up that it says magician. I've only used these cards a handful of times, so I had no idea that that would really say that. We're emerging, creation, resurrection, magician. We're coming back stronger, with more compassion, with more heart healing. We're also, it's like all our chakras have been activated through this time. Like they said, we were squeezed, and what you were made of came out. And now we're manifesting from that. We're the divine magician on the ground. They kept on saying when I started this channel, we're all here to ground higher love. And however you do it for yourself, it could be through your work. It could just be through what you're in your relationships, how you are with people, what you add to the world with your energy. But this is really what has been squeezed out at. And we are divine manifestors on the ground. When you come from like divine heart, divine mind, when you're clear, you're coming from clarity, love and compassion, and that's what you're manifesting from, the power of that. That's the divine power wave that we're talking about. And so you who's listening, you are like a divine manifester here, but almost like a healed magician. And that was coming up a lot too, where you're now a healed magician, a divine magician. And when you're a magician in a mirror, that's what gets reflected in the world. So you're outpouring with divine communication. You're coming out with heart healing, more love, more compassion, truth, clarity, all of this, and manifesting and creating from this space. And that is beautiful. This is like divine magician here. And that is the divine resurrection and the new creation. And look at the card number on the lower left. It says 11. This is divine emergence on the other side of creation, resurrection, and you're a divine magician. So that's what you hold on to. That was like the whole journey of these magical times. Make no joke about it. I mean, that was pretty clear. Okay, the next step they guided me to was literally called magical times. Just like all my videos, I'll put the decks down below, but if you're interested. But magical times, magical times. So what is the direct advice? Though this is the overview. Now, what is the direct magical times? Because we're in the magical times of this happening. And it ended with magician. Talk about magical times. You can't make this up. This is a magical time and magical times reading. And it's ending here that you are the magician in these magical times. You're manifesting this. You're part of the divine power wave that's manifesting this here. Yes, so make no mistake, you own your divine power, you manifest from this place, you're part of the creation here, you're part of the growth, you're part of the rebirth, you're part of the resurrection, you're part of the recreation, the rebalancing, you're part of it all, you're part of the divine power wave that's happening right now through this magical wave, the magical times right here. Okay, so, but through this whole journey, so this is the overview of what to keep in mind of what's happening. But while we're in it, I want to know, what are the magical times, direct guidance? Like, what would help us literally as we're making our way through these magical times, as we, hold on to our power as a magician, remain clear, know that we have divine backing. Like, what is the direct, clear advice that could help us through the magical times on the day-to-day? Like, what can we hold on to that's direct, clear guidance for our mind, heart, and soul? Wow. Oh, how uplifting anticipation How beautiful is that anticipation? Yeah. Something wonderful is happening. Oh my gosh. I have chills. Look at the blooming. Look at the blooming here and the heart petals and the sun in here. Like I never noticed that before. But focus on that flower. Know that we're in the state of blooming something new, something divine here, and something they want to affirm to you right now. Something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. This is so positive. Make no mistake, something wonderful is happening. Change is in the air. Open yourself to the blessings on their way. This is like what they want us to anticipate and to hold on to while we go through this time. Yes, there's change in the air. Yes, open yourself up to the blessings. Something wonderful is coming in. Something wonderful. There's new recreations, new rebirths. There's balancing, rebalancing. And you're part of it. You're part of it. Remain hopeful. Remain anticipating wonderful things. And with the changes, you know, it's so embedded in us just to fear change or fear when we don't know. That kicks up like everything in us, doesn't it? And it's being higher than that. See how she's perched up higher, a higher perspective, and full of hope and anticipation, knowing something wonderful is happening, changes in the air. Open yourself up to the blessings, and with that, we're getting two more. Okay, humor, lighten up, definitely lighten up, and look at the coming together. Even in this card, they're holding hands. Humor, laugh at yourself, lighten your heart, let nothing steal your happiness. Well, listen, while we're in it, they're saying let nothing steal your happiness. Remember this beautiful Buddha card almost, that this, it's peace. It's really peace. It's silence, knowing, releasing control. You have total peace and a lightening. Let nothing steal your happiness in the duration of this. Let nothing steal your happiness. Sorry, let it, and you're not going to believe the last one that came out. Love, again, the blending of masculine and feminine, just like in this card, the promise of this rebalancing and the coming together. That's what I'm getting from here for the growth and everything. And here we have listen to your heart, embrace what makes you happy. There are 1,000,000 reasons to love, and that is what we're going for. It's a new light and love. I mean, when they talk about humor, technically that's being light. They literally said lighten your heart. We are coming from tremendous light, love, and be filled with anticipation. Something wonderful is coming in. Change is in the air, but open yourself up to wonderful things coming in. So since this is saying lighten your heart, we're all full of light and love going forward. Here's the keepers of the light to help us in the magical times. What would help us stay light, stay in love as the magician going forward, knowing this is all for rebirth, recreation, rebalancing. There's going to be all this coming in. This is all in the state of flux. It is the change, but we're anticipating wonderful changes. And you're part of this divine power wave. I want to say that. So you talk about divine power wave. You have to keep your light strong. That's why they want me to do this. And are you ready for this? The Holy Spirit is coming through. I have chills all over my body. The Holy Spirit is coming through for keepers of the light. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. This has been coming up over and over and over again. The Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally, and Spirit has your back. Listen, we started out with galactic guidance. I kept saying Spirit has your back. Miracles will occur naturally. Remember that only love is real, and the Holy Spirit is here. Expect miracles. Not only that, but you're a part of that divine power wave. And they kept on saying, when you're coming from this place, expect miracles. They were saying, when you come with clear divine energy, you can clear your way through mountains. Mountains being like obstacles, circumstances, people, anything that you view as a mountain. Face it clear, link with divine Holy Spirit. It's like, don't add to the mountain. Don't add to the mountain. Stay in this like mindset, light, love, and anticipation, and stay connected, and you will clear your way through the mountain. And any time I do a reading, if there is a miracle card in the deck, it comes out. Expect miracles. Expect people working together, creating, recreating, birthing the new. You as a magician, remember, we're manifesting this together. Each one of us watching this. This is it. So stay fueled with that. You're linked with and backed with the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles when you're creating and resurrecting, and you're the magician. This is the emergence. This is beautiful. And so we have the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. I mean, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. Should I get some more? Let's get some more keepers of the light. Expect miracles. That's pretty clear. Stay light and love, manifesting, focused on creation, recreation, knowing that this is just a moment in time and flux and transformation. These are magical times where you're part of the divine power wave, where things are shape shifting, we're getting carried. Like, picture you're on a divine power wave, it's carrying us all to farther. In down the road forward, we're not really going back. This is recreation, regeneration, rebalancing. We're growing something else here. We're manifesting something else here. We're all divine magicians. We've all been squeezed back and pouring out the finest and most divine parts of what we're made of and manifesting from that place. I mean, that's going to be beautiful. That's why it's being backed. It's been coming up in every reading and spirit message. When you come from that energy, look at what's growing here. Look at what's growing here. And that is literally what's back from the Holy Spirit. That's why it was like, expect miracles, because out of the seeming chaos back there where it was like all chaotic looking, this is it. This is what we're manifesting, this growth. Really, 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 really beautiful. Okay, so let's see, more keepers of the light to help us with our light. What's the advice for these magical times? Magical times, as we are a part of this divine power wave, manifesting. You are the magician. We have open communication. I told you it's all about clarity and truth, speaking authentically, expressive, coming together with people like that. And it really is all about clarity and truth. And it's such healing with this open communication as well. It is get a weight off your chest and speak up with love and be heard. Yeah, this is when you are speaking your truth and authentically, and if it's based in truth and if it's backed with Holy Spirit, like divine clarity, divine love, divine compassion, divine equality, divine truth, all of that. Open communication, that is, like it said, Spirit has your back. That's why the truth is being heard, the truth is being seen. You know, the truth was always there. Didn't I see that in the beginning of this? That any kind of truth that was trying to be glossed over, spun, hidden, it all came out. That's why we had that crazy, chaotic, the anger, all that rising up. You can't hide the truth anymore. What's being backed is open, clear, honest, truthful communication. That's also part of the divine magician that's happening right now, because you're coming from clarity and truth, and we're all coming together with that. It's also being heard, and it's being seen. And they made me do another spirit message recently about, this was even before the pandemic or right when the pandemic happened. They said there is such divine enlightenment happening right now. It is like as if we were all a plant. Oh my God, we were all a plant, but we were put in the shiniest windowsill of bright light sun, where we were all enlightened. It was like the circumstances, it was like floodlights. And with that, even the truth, it can't be hidden anymore in this bright light. Like, nothing can be hidden in this light anymore. It was such a reckoning. I don't know what other words to say, but it was like extreme lights go on and you can't unsee it. You can't unhear it. And this open communication, what was maybe not listened to or not heard, not seen, it is now. It is now. It is now. So get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. Expect miracles. And let's see what else to help with our light. We have this one, Lady Portia. Oh my gosh, divine order. Listen, they're putting an exclamation mark on this. There is divine order. No matter what you think is crazy, chaotic, does not make sense, out of order, out of your control. Of course it is. It's divine order. So again, going back to this contemplation card, when you're sitting there and this is the stance, you want to be like that. Just peaceful, releasing control, releasing your need to control and figure everything out. You're part of this divine power wave, just ride it. You're manifesting new creations. We're growing together, regenerating here, recreating. We're divine magicians. In the interim, no, this is Lady Portia. Lady Portia, there is divine order, and that's what they're coming through. That's what's blooming here. That is what's blooming here, divine order, and literally it's regeneration and forgiveness, redemption, rebirth, regeneration. So you don't worry. You don't stress about when we're in the middle of the process. So divine order, do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Look at where we're growing here. We are part of this whole recreation, and we have all emerged, and we have backing. We expect miracles, and this has been enormous spiritual growth for individually and the whole planet. This was like a wake-up call of massive proportions to come from love and compassion and truth and clarity and manifest from that place and create a better world. Um, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna get more. They want more. I thought that was a perfect exclamation mark, but they want more. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh wow, we have devotion. Wow, 3 came out. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. Zoom in. This is very important for you to like drink in. This is going to give you stamina, and this is coming right from when they said you have divine backing. Spirit has your back. You trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So know this, that when you're going through, we're all going through this, your commitment has been recognized. Trust your spiritual guidance, but your commitment has been recognized through this time. Make no doubt about it. They made me say in the beginning, this has squeezed us, and what you're naturally made of, the divine part of you, came out. And you have been recognized for this. I don't care if nobody else gives you credit, nobody else sees or hears or anything else. Their spirit has come through over and over and over. I mean, almost like bravo to you, like have the strength that you have, the love and compassion you have, how you stay in your integrity, you stay in truth, you stay divinely linked. When everything was so negative and low, you stayed positive, you stayed connected. You know, you were there for other people, whatever it was in your circumstances, how you held it together and made yourself get through the other side, stronger, brighter, lighter, there for other people, there for yourself. We stepped into facets of ourselves that, you know, other situations have never tested us like it has in the last couple of months. And they're recognizing it. This has come through over and over, that your commitment has been recognized. Trust your spiritual guidance also. And the next one we have, again, Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance. And this has been coming through a lot too, no matter what it looks like. Obstacles are being removed. This has been coming through over and over. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. You are getting spiritual support and spiritual connections. I've seen this happen in my own life of late, where you've gone maybe most of your life almost like not spiritually supported or connections really, and they're coming there for you, especially during this time, to stay strong, to stay empowered, to stay lit, to stay going forward. You're linked with infinite abundance, and these obstacles are being removed. That has come through in every spirit message. Direct message was the blocks are being removed inside and out. Inside and out, obstacles are being removed. Again, it even goes to that analogy, the mountain. They said we are clearing the way through the mountain. It will feel like miracles. It will feel like, and here we have, expect the Holy Spirit, expect miracles. Yes, miracles will occur. Spirit has your back. And here it says infinite abundance. Obstacles are being removed. Spiritual support and connections are increasing. Absolutely. And the last one that came out, you can't make this up, it's hilarious. Look at the divine heart in there, the healing. Like I said, that magician was like the divine magician manifester. That's how we're stepping forward now with a healed heart. It's almost like manifesting with a divine heart. Imagine this planet. Take a moment and really think. Imagine the state of our planet if everyone manifested and created from a divine healed heart. A heart full of compassion and love for our planet, for every being on it, every animal on it, everyone on it. You literally created consciously from that space all the time how luscious and abundant and beautiful and loving our planet would be. And I feel like we're all being pushed to that. I think that's the divine power wave, is to not, you know, we're that magician manifesting now, and they said we're part of that divine power wave, and we're manifesting and recreating the we're recreating right now. We're creating, the regenerating and growing, just like that tree back there. Um, we're rebalancing and rejuvenating here, but recreating. But it's divine healing, Hilarion. It says honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. And the last one, your light can support others. There was a thing of like, step fully into your light, step fully into your divine power. They made me start this reading with divine power wave. And you who's listening is part of that divine power wave. When you step forward with love, compassion, truth, clarity, speaking from your heart, we had open communication. We have that divine is backing you when you're manifesting from this place. That's what the magical times are calling for now. It's each one of us. It was really interesting. It came through a lot of the times we wish someone else will come in with the cape and save us and everything else. But really, it's for us to step up. We're the ones planted here. We're the ones that are supposed to put on the cape and go forward with our heart and manifest right here. And we have divine backing for it. So, no, yes, the Spirit does bring in miracles, but very often it's us, you and me together or separate, whatever. We're co-creating these miracles. And they said when you come from this energy and you're going forward facing a mountain, you come like this. You can clear your way through the mountain. It will feel like miracle. You can make it through the other side of the mountain. It will feel like a miracle. So this is the divine healing coming through, Hilarion. So make no mistake, Spirit is backing this. And okay, they want one more. Wow, this is like the never-ending reading. I'm sweating to death too. It's like so much is coming through. Oh no, you're not gonna believe it. Look at this, it's Mother Mary. Okay, I might cry. I might cry. It's ending it with love and peace. This whole journey you have to know in your heart. This is for love and peace. Um, it's just for love and peace. It really is for love and peace on profound levels, on every level. And you have to know, like, these changes, they seem crazy, they seem chaotic. We've been through so much, we've been squeezed. But if you look back, this world was not of love and peace. So Mother Mary's coming here. It's love and peace. And are you ready for this? It says, let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. This is what it's all for. Let go of the need to be right. This is putting in everything that was on the table. This is the moral of this whole journey. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace, and mother healing is possible at this time. And that is extraordinary. Mother healing is possible at this time. When you think about this earth and this whole planet, we always refer to it as mother energy. Mother healing is possible at this time. Let go of the need to be right. Choose peace, and mother healing is possible at this time. And this is what we're all going through for this. This is what we hold on to. This. Okay, I have to stop. This was just so beautiful. And we have the Holy Spirit right here. And we have infinite abundance and love and peace. Expect miracles. Expect love and peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. Let go of the need to be right and choose peace. This has been the Magical Times reading and messages to hold on to. Take care. Bye-bye.